Hello again, it's James from JRT Bees. It is Sunday, May 14th, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And it's just a beautiful day. It's like 72 degrees right now. And I thought I'd make another video. I'm trying not to make like repetitive videos, so I don't want to bore anyone on the same situations, but I figured I'd make an update video on this hive that was a little spicy that I'm trying to requeen with that 5-frame nuke on top of 2 honey supers, which I've never done before, and it didn't work the other day. So I had to cut open the paper. That was Friday, so I gave them a couple more days, and I just figured just in case just one person was following along and wanted to know how it worked out in case they want to do it themselves. And like I said, I've never done this before, so I'm still learning. So I figured I'd make a video and try to keep it short, and I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I have a good idea. But I want to get in there and find out. I'm hoping that queen is still in that top box where I found her 2 days ago. That'll make it a lot easier. But to do what I want to do, I need to find that queen. So let's get in there and see what's going on. Definitely bees in the top still. Trying to hang him in the inner cover. Let me show you. See what I see. The paper is definitely just about gone. Actually, they've been taking it out. Probably flying off with it. I wasn't around yesterday to look, but let me see if I could find the queen up here. Let's set you up over here. Alright. It's so high, it's hard to work when it's this high. I think the queen was in the 2nd frame the other day. Could be anywhere now. She's got a nice yellow dot on her. This is all larvae, and they're backfilling with nectar. So my idea is, hopefully, I can find this queen. I think it's been long enough, her pheromone going down. But if I find her up here still, I'm basically going to reverse, put her in the bottom with her little colony here to protect her, right in the middle. I'm hoping. Looking for eggs too. Yeah, there's eggs here. Probably tough to see. There's a queen cup there at the bottom. And it looks like there is an egg in it. Yep. So there's a cup with an egg. So I think they were just kind of stuck up here. The colony was probably thinking, we got no room, there's nothing above us. This is all full of eggs, so she was definitely up here recently. There's another cup. Yeah, that was a queen cell. There's royal jelly in that one. This is not what I wanted to happen. I'm still learning myself. Hopefully I find her. I'm not too happy, but it's a nice day. It's all full of eggs and queen cells. So I don't see the queen. So my whole idea of introducing them this way doesn't seem like it worked very well, because now they're making all these queen cells up here. Yeah, there's egg in that one. And the ones on this side, you can see there's one here, royal jelly in it, royal jelly, royal jelly. All these are active queen cells. This one's got royal jelly in it. Another one here. It's like they I don't think these are swarm cells. I think the queen maybe might have moved down, and they're making all these queen cells up here. So I kind of got honey between two colonies, which probably isn't smart. And I won't be doing this again. Should have just stuck them down right on top of the bottom deep where all the brood was. And I think the other bees have gotten up here because they're flying out, hitting my hands. I don't see the queen. A couple more cups. Nothing in that one. They're just starting that one. One more frame I'll check. And then we're gonna break this thing down. This is a honey frame. It's really heavy. Not seeing the queen. This is all nectar. This was I was afraid of. I should have came back out here the very next day or later that afternoon after I found that queen. And I knew where she was. Alright. So I'm going to pop this box off. So I might have missed her. She might still be in there, but I didn't see her. And I don't think she would be in these two supers because they're pretty much packed with nectar. There's nowhere to lay. So I'm just going to take it right off, go right down to the deep, and see if I could find her down there or find eggs down there. If I find eggs down there, then I'm going to assume that she went down there. I'll use that newspaper up when I'm lighting the smoker. Let's see, what are you guys looking at? So now, these are just supers. That one's drawn out really fat with honey. Let me pull that outside frame. Just see what's going on in here. They're just starting to draw this one out. I'm just going to leave them for now. There should be no brood up here for sure. put them on top of my 5 frames right there because I'm going to need them depending on what I find down there. So I'll set the honey supers. Just have to set the honey supers on their side up here in the grass. Yeah, they're still mean. There's probably 30 pounds in that one. And if you can see, there's cups. They're just making cups. There's nothing in them. Yeah, I think I messed this whole colony up by trying to requeen it that way. Oh well, that's how you learn. I won't do that again. I'm going to check the bottom of this one, see what's going on. Slide it back. You can see lots more cups. But they're all empty. Yeah, they're all empty. Yeah, all of them are empty. And they also could have killed that queen. So I don't know. This one is also maybe a little bit more, 35 pounds. I'm just setting them over there on their sides. Okay. Let's go through this. If there's any sign of the queen down here. Hopefully she just went down here and started laying. And she's introduced. And it'll take a good 5 weeks or so before all the spicy bees hatch out and die and the new brood to take over. Pollen. Just the pollen and nectar frame. This was a new frame I put in. See if they're doing anything to it yet. Not much. Lots of drones. Take that one out too, give me some more room. I always like to take at least two frames out so I could see down into my slatted racks. See if sometimes they build comb down there. See, look at all the queen cells. Capped queen cells. So, these have to be cells made that they made from the old larvae, which I don't want. So I'm gonna remember where those are. Just keep going through. See them following my hands. I don't want this hive to swarm either. I don't know where that queen ended up going. Capped brood, another queen cell. More queen cells there. That's a capped cell right there. Take that one out. Another capped cell here. These are all made from the old queen because they're kind of, you know, in the supersedure or the area where they would make an emergency queen. There was one there. Now this one looks like swarm cell location. And that one had one in there too. That one's empty. That one's empty. 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 Capped brood, more cells. So that queen could have came down here, and because they made more cells, I should have went through it. The other video I made, I said, you know, I really should go through again the bottom and take out all the cells, and I didn't. And you can see what they did. They made more emergency queen cells. And I haven't seen any fresh eggs down here yet. For all I know, that queen could be in one of the supers on the ground right there. So if I go through here, I'll have to make a decision. If I don't find the queen anywhere, or eggs. Well, there's eggs. So I don't know if you could see them. Right in the middle. Little white grains of rice. There's not a lot. There's looks like she might have just been laying here. She didn't finish it. There's definitely eggs, so that means there's definitely a queen. And there's a lot of bees in here, so I don't think they swarmed. I don't know what this is, but it looks like a drone. I'm going to get rid of it just in case. Well, that's a good sign that there's a queen laying eggs. There's also a lot of queen cells capped, which usually by then you're too late. But they're more of a supersedure or emergency cells because they were queenless. Now they're kind of, if there is a queen down here, they I don't know, they might keep those cells there. There's another queen cell right here, capped. Take that one out. There's another one here. Nothing in it. I haven't seen any cells yet that have been chewed out and emerged. I'm not seeing any eggs on this one. There's another cup. Nothing in it. Nothing on this side. Pollen. Who knows, maybe they did swarm. Still an awful lot of bees in here. This is a new frame. They're just working on it. No queen there. This is a brand new frame they're not doing anything with. Nothing with that one. One frame left. Very heavy frame, full of drones. Like, look at all the drones. Like, the whole frame is covered with drones. All nectar, pollen. I don't see a queen. There's a little bit of brood. That one back in there. I'll leave a new one in there. See them coming up, hitting my hands. This has nectar. Take that one out for a second. This one here is a little pollen. I'm just thinking out loud as I figure this out. Can't find the queen. So I'm going to go back to these really quick. I don't want any of those cells. I want to make sure every cell is gone. There's the one with the eggs on it. No sign of the queen, and I know she had a really good yellow dot on her. Yeah, they're not happy. Pollen, some nectar, some brood. No sign of a queen. No cells on there. Solid tapped brood. Checking for that queen, or any queen. No cells left on them. Well, that queen had to be down here because those eggs are fresh laid eggs. Had to be. Okay. Let's check again for the queen. This is the frame with all the queen cells. Believe it or not, there's eggs. There's a few eggs on this frame, but no queen. Yep, there's eggs. Okay, I don't see the queen. I'm going to shake this off into the colony. really make it mad. You can see all these queen cells. Just gonna get rid of all of them. The queen was on there and I missed her. She's now in the bottom. Yeah, there's eggs. And they're nice and centered, standing straight up. Normally if there's a situation with a laying worker, they can't get them to the bottom of those cells because their abdomens aren't big enough. Alright. Now, come on, smoker. Now let's go. This box. And double check for the queen up here. This is all honey. Honey nectar. I'm leaving that up here. This is a new frame. They're just starting to draw it out. No queen, you see here. I could have missed her before. Also looking to see if there's eggs. There's definitely larvae here, but to see the eggs the best, it's good to turn your frame until the sun goes down into those cells. This is all brand new larva, so it's like 4 days old, 5 days old, which, you know, the queen was up here 2 days ago when I found her. So, alright, I don't see her. This one's gonna have to go in to the bottom. Get the brood together. Looking for eggs on here. And there's eggs here. So I bet you that queen could be in the supers. Yeah, this is all eggs. But I saw her 2 days ago, so she could have laid these 2 days ago and then went down. But this is all full of eggs. I'm not seeing her. I was hoping for a short video, but I'm sorry, it's not looking that way. Check this last frame. Open brood. There's some eggs on here too. I'm not seeing the queen. So they could have killed her. Sink that one down in there. A little slow. Okay, so that's pretty much a complete box of brood there. I'm just thinking, what I'm going to do is turn it into a double deep. Sure you can see still. I have to raise you up. Sometimes things don't work out. Okay. So that's all honey. It's a honey frame. It's got a little honey on it. That's a new frame. This one's full of honey. Gotta go over here and get some new frames. Check her doing some of the new ones and some of the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. If anyone has better ways of doing this, or you guys see something that I could do better, please let me know. So that's all the brood, and then empty space above the brood. Put a queen excluder on. Super on. Now if the queen is up here, she won't be able to get down and escape me, because I'm going to go through and just see if I could find her. I mean, there's eggs in the bottom, so she could be anywhere. That's what I was afraid of. But I did get rid of all those. Get rid of all those queen cells. Let me make sure you can see. All the queen cells I got rid of are from the old mean queen. So now they truly are. There's no way to make any more queen cells from that old queen's eggs. This is just all pollen, and they're using the pollen up and storing nectar. Ooh. I need a ladder to work on this hive now. It's so high. It's all honey. And I can't imagine I'd find the queen. Lots of drones. So I think the queen, if she is in here, she's in those bottom two boxes somewhere, and maybe I just missed her. If she's not in here, her eggs are in here. They're at the bottom, below the queen excluder. So now, if the queen in fact isn't in here anymore, they probably might have killed her. They'll make queen cells, emergency queen cells out of those eggs that I saw. And they're all in the bottom box. It's just all nectar. Don't think I'm gonna find a queen up here. So definitely my requeening plan with the nuke looks like it might take a lot longer than I predicted, but what they'll do now is, you know, if they gotta make a new queen, they'll make a new queen and they'll just focus on honey. The nectar flow is going good right now. And I'll probably draw out all that new deep foundation there and put that, fill it with nectar, like they're filling all this. Just starting to cap it just a little there, but I don't think, nothing's capped yet. At night when I come out here to change the bare fence battery, every colony sounds like a jet engine. They're at the entrance, and they're drying the honey. They're drying the nectar and turning it into honey. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find the queen, but I went through all of them, so let me check the last frame here. No queen, just nectar. Okay. Let's frame back in, and what I could do in a couple weeks, come back in here and just check under the excluder, or even literally like in a week, and just see if there's new eggs. If there's new eggs, then I know there's a queen. And what I would like to do is find the queen and make sure she's in the bottom box, so I have my single brood management, and put the queen excluder underneath this deep. And I was going to have them, hopefully have them fill it deep with honey, as well as both of these supers, which are already full. So let's see. I'm going to grab this other super, and I might as well check it. It's heavy. Check it on the ground over here. Really quick. You never know. It'll lower you down. Bear with me. So sometimes in beekeeping things don't go as planned. She was a good queen, but I have a feeling that they probably killed her. the inner cover on top here while cover them up while we're working down here. They're not happy. They're pretty quiet down here, so it's so funny if I found the queen. Just an empty. Heavy frame, nectar, all nectar, nice light spring honey. The smoker's killing me. Queen cups. Starting to cap this frame. It is just a big, fat, thick frame. There's some cups there. Nothing in them. Yeah, these girls, I can hear them. They just revved up. They're really revving. I'd be shocked if I found a queen in here. And they're revving really loud. It usually means they're away from their queen. Heavy with nectar. So even with all this, messing up, re-queening, and they've been queenless now for a while, doesn't mean you don't get any honey. I'll probably get more honey now off of this than I will some of the queen right colonies. These are all heavy. Full of nectar. We're starting to cap that a little bit there at the top. What I do is just keep checking on the honey supers. They'll usually cap one before the other, hopefully. As soon as I find one that's completely capped, I will harvest it and work all night to get it spun out so I can get it right back on. There's no queen, and get it right back on. But I'll go through that when I get there. I hate putting empties like this between two honey frames that aren't capped yet, because they'll just draw them out deeper. I'm just going to leave it on the outside. If I put it between these, in my experience anyway, they'll just draw it out really, really fat and ignore the one I put there. This way I think I have a better chance having these empties on the outside. They'll work their way over. Alright. Well, I thought we'd be able to find the queen, and I wanted to get her down in that bottom box with all the brood, but she might still be down there. This is heavy. And I gotta get that inner cover off of there first. This is a big hive. I don't think there's one. Too many bees. Whew, it's hard working up that high. these heavy boxes. They're not full yet for sure. They're probably 30 pounds each. Alright, well, what I do know is there was fresh eggs in the bottom, and that would have been impossible 2 days ago because I saw the queen in the top under, with the newspaper. So that tells me that the queen did go down there. I just don't know where she is right now. So I don't think she's in these honey supers. There's nothing in there but honey. So she's either in one of these two boxes under the queen excluder, or they let her lay some eggs and they killed her. And all those swarm cells I removed were old swarm cells because they were capped, so they're, probably 11, 10 days old. And that was before I even introduced the new queen. So timing wise, I'm pretty positive that queen, the yellow marked queen, made it to the bottom. And then from there, I don't know. So I'll just have to check back on this hive in a week and check these for eggs. And this top box, it's all new foundation. There's really nowhere to lay here. So if she's gonna lay anywhere, it'll be in the one box. So it won't be too bad to check on her. So nothing's ever straightforward and easy with beekeeping. I'm just trying to keep it real and show you what I see, and that's why I wanted to give everyone an update on this hive, and I guess I'll have to give you another update on what I find in a week. Alright, let me close this one up. And tomorrow's Monday. Must be a beautiful day. And tomorrow is, for me, with the single brood chamber management. We know what 12, we know what's going on with 12. 11 has a queen, and they're making queen cells. Do I have to check on 10? I took out, there's no queen. So they're making a new queen. Number 2 I took out, so they're making a new queen. Number 1 I have to check on. Queen's still in there. I'm sure they have swarm cells. Number 3 is huge. That queen's still in there. Got to check on her. Number 5 and number 6. They're still both in there. I got to check on them. And number 4 too as well. It's just a huge hive. I had to add another super. So I have a big day tomorrow checking, my normal spring management single brood chamber inspections. And number 8 they're making a new queen. Number 7 is making a new queen. I have 2 nukes left right now. So some of these big hives, it might be, if I think it's too far gone and I can find that queen, I can make 2 splits tomorrow. But yeah, I'll bring you along on one of these 2 big ones, and I'll just show you my normal inspections for this time of year to try and keep them in the boxes. Okay, sorry for the long video, and hope everyone enjoys their Mother's Day, and see you soon. Thank you. Good luck with your bees.